to this pre-EHFF webinar on the European Week of Sport. My name is Lukas Declercq. I'm responsible for EU and public affairs at EuropeActive. I'll be moderating this session. And as mentioned in the name, we'll focus on the European Week of Sport campaign and our sector's contribution to it, the BEACTIVE Day campaign. I am absolutely delighted to be joined by two absolute experts in these campaigns and initiatives. So we have Ignazio Cocchiere here, who is part of the European Commission's European Week of Sport team, has over or close to a decade of experience in sport at an EU level. Ignazio, thank you very much for being with us. How is it going?
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you for the invitation. I'm really happy to be here, and really also happy to collaborate together with EuropeActive.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and I'm of course equally delighted to be here with our very own Carlos Fernandez, who works on communications for EuropeActive, but he's also one of the driving forces behind the BEACTIVE Day campaign. Carlos, good to see you. How's it going?
Hi, Lucas. Good to see you both, and I'm absolutely delighted to be here and looking forward to discussion on European Week of Sport and BEACTIVE Day.
Yeah, brilliant. So I suggest we just dive right in and start with a very basic question, which is for you, Ignazio. What is the European Week of Sport campaign actually about? What is it? Can you explain that to us?
Yes, sure. So an easy question, also an easy reply, I will say, because the European Week of Sport has been created in 2015, and it's a European Commission initiative, always taking place from the 23rd of September to the 30th of September. And there's an initiative to promote sport and physical activity across Europe and beyond. When I say beyond, it means because you go from Portugal to Ukraine. So we have a member state and also country from the Eastern Partnership and Western Balkans, Erasmus Plus countries. So it's a really big initiative that starting from now will be in 2021 was the 7th edition. So starting from zero now, it really became something big with millions of participants and really thousands of events all over Europe.
Yeah, exactly. I think we'll go into the success and the figures a little bit later on, but it is the reason why this was launched, the fact that this is such an effective tool in terms of communication about physical activity and sport, as you mentioned. So could you maybe give a bit more information about why this was launched? What's the goal the European Commission tries to achieve with this campaign?
Yes, of course. And the reason, again, is quite simple. So we all know that sport is really important for our life. We know that the sport means health. And then also due to Europe, for example, for a Eurobarometer that we published a few years ago, we found out that half of Europeans never practice sport in their life. So I think that that was a good hook to launch this initiative. And again, to try to push as much as European as possible to practice sport and to do some physical activity.
Yes, no, that is a very clear goal and very clear message. The Commission is the owner of the campaign, the guys doing the coordination, but who else is involved in this campaign? Who are your partners? Because this is quite ambitious in terms of scale and the number of people involved. So who are you collaborating with to make this happen?
Yes, yeah, I don't like the word owner, but I like the word coordinate, because the week is for everybody. We say everybody is really for all different age, different. It's really something inclusive. So it's really something for everybody. So it's not nice to say owner. So it's really the opposite. The week is for everybody. And so who are the main actor? Our main actor for the European Week of Sport, I can say that we have three main actors. The first are the member state, so what we call the national coordinating bodies, that it could be the ministry, the Olympic Committee. So, and we have 41 because we have the 27 member state plus as the Erasmus Plus program country and the Eastern Partnership Western Balkans. So the second actor, it's what we call the ambassador, that are a physical person, an athlete, an influencer with a big impact, really well known, that he helped us to spread the BEACTIVE message. And I'm really happy that after the first try in 2015, we went back to our whole idea to have a European week of sport ambassador. So of course we have national ambassadors that help us a lot to spread the message. But in 2021, we decided together with the commissioner to launch again our European ambassador, and we had it was really successful in this year, and we had 4 big names, and that I think most of you all know. And we are talking about Bebe Vio, that is a Paralympic Italian fencer that he got gold medal in Tokyo. And we have also Sergei Bubka, and I think everybody know that pole vault, the legend in track and field, and know how many records he breaking. So a true legend. And then we have also Blanka Vlasic, of course, another really famous Olympian from Croatia. And the 4th ambassador, and I'm really proud of him, is Jorge Pina. It's a boxer, a blind boxer, that he hosted an amazing project in Portugal, and he was also the winner in 2017 of the local hero award prize. So that was for 2021. It's our European ambassador for the European Week of Sport team. And of course, third, but in this case, maybe the most important, are the partner. So partner could be, they're really different partners. So they could be really international organization, they could be European or international federation, association, and EuropeActive is one of them. So we have 43. We had 51 last year, so we decided to cut a little bit, right? To reorganize a little bit, to do a new commitment, because we want to give more and more an active role to our partner. And I'm here happy to say that EuropeActive was, since the beginning, since 2015, one of the more, again, sorry, the word, but one of the more active partner, and it's been also the case for the 2021 edition. So I'm really happy to announce it, and I'm really happy that we can work together also for this edition.
Yeah, no, thank you very much for that information. So it is, the commission is in charge, but it's very much an open campaign to everybody. I think that was a very clear message. And it is a very much a collective effort as well. So you've got the national coordinating bodies, you've got these ambassadors, and then you've got the partners. And EuropeActive is, of course, proud to be one of the partners. So we as the representative body for European fitness and physical activity contribute to the European Week of Sport with our BEACTIVE Day campaign. And I'm very happy, of course, we've got Carlos here, who I would like to ask Carlos, what is BEACTIVE Day about? Can you just summarize what it is to the listeners?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as a start, it's very true what Ignazio said, and we are really proud to be recognized by the European Commission as one of the most active partners of the European Week of Sport, and obviously a strong supporter of the BEACTIVE message. So for everybody to know, BEACTIVE Day, it's an initiative from the fitness and physical activity sector, which aims to bring together millions of Europeans to celebrate the fun and importance of exercise. And it also has, this campaign, it also has the ultimate goal of encouraging people to lead an active lifestyle on a regular basis. And this campaign is also our sector's contribution to the European Week of Sport and the mentioned BEACTIVE message. So for this year, in 2021, the campaign took place on Thursday, 23rd of September, the very same day that the European Week of Sport kicked off. And we were very lucky that our partners, our BEACTIVE Day partners, they came together with thousands of free events and activities that took place all over Europe and beyond in several locations, such as fitness facilities, parks, high streets, workplaces. It was a really, really good success, and we are extremely proud of that. And also, it's also important to mention that this campaign was originally inspired by the EU-funded project National Fitness Days for Europe, which basically aims to run effective national fitness day campaigns. That the one that originated initially in the UK in order to promote the benefits of physical activity for people's well-being basically.
Thank you very much, Carlos. So it is good to mention that this is inspired on the National Fitness Day concept, which was successfully developed in the UK, of course, by our national association partner there, EuropeActive. And I think it's also good to emphasize that this is, as it is for the Commission, it's a collaborative effort. For us, it is as well, very much so. We are very grateful for the commitment from our national association partners. We are currently looking at 29 of them who have joined our community. And they are the ones who activate the network, and it's their members and contacts who actually make it happen on the ground. So I think that is important to mention how this is all a true cooperation. So the key message in the campaigns is be active. Ignazio, you already mentioned the fact that this is physical activity is health, sport is health. I think the Be Active message is actually quite straightforward, quite effective. And so how is this being used by the Commission? How do you spread this message? I presume social media is becoming very important. Is this a year-long effort? How should we see that?
Yes, you say right. It's basically almost one whole year effort from our side. And so exactly in the last few years, we decided to keep always the same date for the European Week of Sport. So for us, I would say one of the main event, we call it the opening of the European Week of Sport. They always take on the 23rd of September. It's a little bit the date for us, the most important date of the year. It's where together with all the actors and all over Europe, thanks also for, of course, via our social network, all the media. So it's the communication aspect is really important. So that is the date where we launch the week. And then, of course, during the week, there are different activity organized at a national level, because it's, as I said, maybe it was not clear, it's really a decentralized initiative. We call it decentralized in a way that from the Commission, we coordinate, but as a European Commissioner, we organize the opening in the presidency country in this case. So we had a really amazing opening in Bled in Slovenia last 23rd of September. But then, of course, it's up to the member states, it's up to the partner to organize events all over Europe, as I said, to spread the Be Active message, so to pass the message of the European Week of Sport, to pass the message to all the citizens to practice sport and to do physical activity. And then another, I would say, let's say we have three main events, what we call it main event. So the first, of course, the opening. The second is on the 25th, and it changed every year because we normally organize on the Saturday during the week, because of course the date are fixed, but the week not. So it can happen that it can be from Monday to Monday, or also, but from Tuesday, or so it can change from the calendar. So normally, since I would say now 3-4 years, we're trying to organize on the Saturday what we call the Be Active night. What is the Be Active night? I think it's a nice moment where all over Europe we do some sport all together at the same time. And of course, also here, like the social media, it helps us a lot to gather all the citizens in one place. Also, if we are really far. So, also this year we organize at 7 o'clock with a coach. We organize a moment where we practice sport all together. And I think it's a nice idea. We're trying to do it every year, and it's also really successful. And the third one, and I think now it's a really good moment to announce, it's our Be Active Awards. It's a prize split it in 3 categories, so from education, workplace, and local hero. And we awards prize to people that want to support. We support projects that they promote sport and physical activity. And the 2021 edition award ceremony will take place on the 29th of November. So we will invite all the guests to connect on our channel and to see the ceremony. So maybe also it's important to say that during the summer we opened the application. So if somebody would like to apply, so the rules say that NCBs and partners can submit the project. So if somebody is listening here and they have really some inspiring project from schools for the workplace, or simply as a person in the local community, please be in contact with our partner, with the EuropeActive, and submit the project. It's a really easy project. The application is something really easy. So we are just need for something inspiring. And since the previous year, we saw so many great projects that we are looking forward already for the next year. And what you should know, that normally we open between June and July. So don't hesitate to take contact with Lukas, with Carlos, and submit project. So again, end of November, 29th of November, you will see you have the chance to see the ceremony, so you can have already some ideas what is about.
Yeah, no, that's very clear. So we got these three main moments. We got the kickoff, we got the BEACTIVE night, the BEACTIVE awards. We had the pleasure to be at the kickoff this year in Bled in Slovenia, and I have to say it was a stellar event. Of course, that is also a big shout out to the Slovenian presidency, who I think organised that quite well in collaboration with you, Ignazio. So the BEACTIVE awards, as Ignazio said, there's always you can always reach out to us. Carlos, make sure that message gets through to our network, and I'm sure I think Carlos, we have submitted some. Also, our partners have submitted some projects to this year's selection. So we're very much looking forward to 29th of November to learn who gets the prize. So no, thank you very much. A good point you made there on the timing. So it's always 23 till the 30th of September, right? It's not fixed to a week. It's just the dates. So it could start on a Tuesday, it could start on a Friday. Depends on the year, really. But so we were thinking about 30th of September. That's not too long ago. We're recording this on the 22nd of October. So do you already know how this year's edition went, the 7th edition? We're getting out of this very difficult period with the pandemic. Ignazio, did you already have some initial feedback? Do you know if the results are good or inspiring?
Yes, but let me first say that yes, it's from the 23rd of 30 September, but because it's a week, so we need to find a week. But the European Week of Sport is all year long, so I'm obliged to always say and to underline when I talk about the week. So yes, it's the European Week of Sport, but please do it. Try to do sport all year long, not just for the 1 week. That's against what the message that we want to pass. And thank you also for the question. So yes, we need some measure to see a little bit how the week is going, and it went in the last edition. So mainly we have two parameters that we use in the last few years, and of course are the number of participants of the European Week of Sport and the number of events organized by the NCBs and partners. In 2020, we had, despite the difficult circumstances, we have a campaign record of 15.6 million participants, with 32,000 events organized both online and physical. Because you remember last year in September was a kind of a moment when some country opened a little bit, so it was possible to organize it, not everywhere in Europe, but in some places was possible to organize events. And so now for the 2021 edition, we are trying to collect that, because of course the events that should be more like a technical information could be organized from the 1st of September to the 15th of October. So that's where when we count all the, so if you want to organize an event, but you can do only on the 3rd of October, of course we say yes. It's like 3 days after the deadline, so we don't count. Of course we count. So we just finished, and now we start our work, and it's a big work of collecting data, because with all the NCBs and partners, so at the same time they have to do the same in the member states and with their partners. So it's a quite big job. So we are in this phase of the process. So we hope to give some figures as soon as possible. What we can already check, also again, we talked about social media, and it's a campaign and it's a communication campaign. So of course we use we collect some other data that could be the global reach of the BEACTIVE, hashtag BEACTIVE, the impression, the reach, the interaction, the impression. So we have different things to collect, but and they're really positive. We have really positive, especially with this year, because we are always improving from this aspect. So, and I can tell you just to give you one figures, like for the opening of the European Week of Sport in Bled, we have 1.2 million viewers on Twitter and on Facebook for our opening event in Bled. So I think we never reached that figure. So we are really happy. I can tell you also about the global reach, about 30-40 million. Now I don't have the final figures, they're huge, but again, it's always like take it a little bit, but I'm always waiting for the final figure for the participants at the event, that in my opinion are the real figure to check the engagement, the active engagement, because we're talking about sports, so we need something like concrete for the initiative.
Yeah, no, that is impressive. So very clear, the BEACTIVE message is there all year long. BEACTIVE, I think that is a common message from EuropeActive and the Commission. And then for the actual events that are counted, it's a shorter period. Thank you for those initial figures already. They're quite impressive. They're growing year on year. I think that is really positive. So of course, Carlos, BEACTIVE Day took place during the European Week of Sport, 23rd of September this year, which was same day as the kickoff. You've been in touch with all our national association partners. What was the initial feedback? What did the initial results look like?
Absolutely. Let me start by saying that big thank you and to congratulate all of our partners, because they did a terrific job in organizing a lot of events all over their countries, and they truly demonstrated how accessible, how inclusive our sector is in the promotion of physical activity. So having said that, we are really, really pleased to the participation level for this year's campaign. So we've been cooperating with more than 15 different national associations, which they were organizing thousands of events, and they were involving really millions of participants. So we obviously, as the same that for the European Week of Sport, we're still in the process of collecting the final figures. But with the data that we have received so far, we really can prove the huge success that not only the European Week of Sport, but also BEACTIVE has been across all these countries. And it's also, I think, relevant to say that in our coordinator role from the EuropeActive perspective, we've been trying to support our partners as best as we could by providing different materials like brand guidelines, campaign and communication guides with marketing tools and tips, different social media visuals, promotional videos, everything that's possible to help them disseminate BEACTIVE Day in their regular communications and make sure that this campaign was an absolute success. So I think we achieved that, and as soon as the results are ready, they will be published in our website, which is beactiveday.eu. So go and check it to have a look of how the campaign went, and obviously if you want to get involved, to know how to participate as well.
Yeah, thanks, Carlos. It's every year is very, very impressive if you see what actually happens on the ground, the events that are being organised. I remember from last year the big kickoff event in Ukraine, Kiev, organised by EuropeActive, attracting several hundreds of people for a workout together. They got the big spinning marathon in Portugal, organised by Portugal Activo, the Run for Your Health in Greece. It's quite impressive, really, if you look at all the activities that are being organised. And I think you mentioned it there, Carlos. Whoever wants to get involved, go to beactiveday.eu, contact your national association and be part of this. So I would like to invite both of you, and I'll start with you, Ignazio. Just a final message. So we're just after the campaign this year. I mean, it's October now. We're already start thinking about 2022. What's a message from you for the people out there who want to have more information, are interested? What do you say to them? I think you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry. Now let me say that for us, that the week is not over. Also, okay, the week technically is over, but the job not, because again, we have of course the BEACTIVE Awards on 29th of November, but on the 30th we will host like a meeting together with the NCBs and partners. It will be a work session, but for us it's really important because it's the moment. Then also thanks to the awards the day before, it will be a moment to bring all the actors in Brussels. So it will be a moment to discuss together, to do a little bit, to show the fact and the figure of this edition, but also the moment to discuss with NCBs and the partner, of course, what is good, what was not good, and what we should do better in 2022. So you see, I always come back to the point that is really a coordination all together. So we need to bring ideas, and then probably in December, January will be a moment like to reflect, and then again start as soon as possible the 2022 campaign. But the message, to be honest, I already spoiled my message before, because it's so, when you ask me the message, I want to say to all the participants again to stay active all year long. So again, so not from the 23rd to 30 September when it's it's the end of the summer, so the weather is also good. So, but like all year long, like also now the winter is coming, so it's really important. So if we don't need to practice like 10 times a week, but it's important that we take some time every day, every week to do some sport and physical activity.
That's a very clear message, which we're fully behind, of course. Carlos, do you got any final comments you want to make?
Just capitalizing on what Ignazio said before, in terms of participation, that it's open to everyone, regardless of age, gender, your socioeconomic background. So please get in touch, try to be involved with BEACTIVE Day, European Week of Sport, try to be active on a regular basis. And obviously, if you really want to make that commitment, make sure that you reach out to us, check our social media channels, our relevant websites, and we are ready to welcome everyone for this fantastic campaigns.
Yeah, absolutely. So of course the evaluation is still ongoing, and then we always want to learn and improve. But I think for the people listening, certainly the EuropeActive members and the operators, suppliers, and the other stakeholders of our sector, it's never too early to start thinking about how you want to be involved in 2022, because the core concept is the same. It is opening your doors, it's inviting people to be active, to celebrate the fun of physical activity. So you can find more information about BEACTIVE Day on beactiveday.eu, or you just go to EuropeActive.eu and you'll get a link to the right information. If there's any question, you can just email that to us. And if you want to have more information about the European Commission's work in general on sport, you got their website, europa.eu/sports, or you can follow them on Twitter with the @EUSport handle. And through those channels, you find all the information you need. So I think this was a perfect introduction to European Week of Sport, BEACTIVE Day. We look forward, of course, Ignazio, to keep collaborating closely with you guys. It is important to emphasize that European Week of Sport is incredibly successful. We've mentioned some of the figures, Ignazio mentioned some of the figures, but the growth is exponential. It's really, really impressive. And I'm very much looking forward to the figures this year. It has been a challenging time, obviously, for a lot of people, certainly for our sector as well, the pandemic. Gyms and fitness centers being closed. It was a very, very, very difficult time, but people are resourceful. I think it was very interesting to see, Ignazio and Carlos, the past years, how people went online. digital offering that is there. I think that the going forward, that will not disappear. Maybe that, I think that's just an added value to grow the campaign. So I just wanted to thank both of you. I want to massive thank you to both you, Ignazio, and Carlos as well for joining me on this webinar and for sharing your expertise and the information about these campaigns. So thank you both very much, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.